that you really suck. I can't tell you enough that you're bright just like the sunshine. I swear my record is clean, so you can trust me like the air you breathe. So please don't make the same mistake, burning down this entire landscape. Burn away all the lies that cloud your mind. I'm flying to a new beginning. I trust you with all of my life. I'm flying from beyond the unknown. I become the blowing wind in the sky, clear like tears I cry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Forever, though it's never meant to be. Always remember, smells fade eventually. But I will treasure every single memory for all eternity. Yeah, it's you and me. I'll find you before morning comes. I'm racing the light of the sun. Yeah, I'm flying to you on the wind. I miss you, hope you'll take my hand. I'm flying all the way across the world. I'd go anywhere for you. Say the word and I'll fly too. you before morning comes. I'm racing the light of the sun. Yeah. I'm flying to you on the wind. I miss you. Hope you'll take my hand. I'm flying all the way across the world. I'd go anywhere for you. Say the word and I'll fly to you. Yeah. Beyond 1,000 miles. Oh, yeah,
Okay. Well, that's a little awkward. Hi everyone, welcome to Cafe Autumn, where we don't care who you are as long as you're not a cut. Yeah, so when I was setting up the stream, I think last night, I mistook 7 p.m. for a.m. And so this has been saying that I'm about to go live the entire fucking day, and I've not even been aware of it. Sorry about that. But anyway, we're here, and it's October. It's insane, isn't it? Like, I guess it pretty much now. I think this like marks what a year since I moved, and since then I've gotten settled in, and I've gotten comfortable. Job hunting sure do sucks though. It absolutely does. Especially nowadays. God. But it is what it is. And in a year, I have gone from, you know, sort of settling in and whatnot to now I just, like, have rebranded and yeah. A lot of stuff has happened. But, I don't know how long this is gonna be, because so initially, what I usually do for the first of the month is to just, make up, like, a full update on the post saying, hey, here's some stuff I'm working on, here's some updates on stuff and whatnot, and just leave it at that. But I'm thinking, you know what, kill two birds with one stone, make a stream, and just talk about sort of the things that I'm doing, things that are going on, and update some things that I have been working on, but just it's just not, one thing went to another, and it's just not exactly going the way I wanted to. So, I think the first thing I do want to talk about is, there has been an hour-long project that I have been working on since, around near the beginning of this year, honestly. Or at least in spring, and I have not come out with it yet. Yeah, that project, I think, has to be put on the back burner specifically longer. Specifically, I'm talking about scrapping the script, scrapping the recording, and redoing everything, because at this point it's just like it's not gonna come out anytime soon. So I'm thinking, why don't I just get it over with by like restarting and making it a lot more of a shorter, just a generalization discussion, honestly. Because the thing was it was J.K. Haru, and I went in more in-depth discussion with what the manga had. And I put a lot of time into it, but the problem is, it's just like, I don't have the time to really work on it fully for an hour-long project like that. So I'm thinking, shorten it to maybe a 20, or like somewhere like between a 15 or a 20-minute project, something like that. Yeah, it's just like, it's getting to the point where this is ridiculous, and now I have to, like, I just want to get this done. So I'm thinking, just restart everything. At this point, it's either that or just never come out with it. Empty promises and whatnot. Sorry about that. But, other than that, there's some things going on for this month and next month. Also next year. But, in particular, this month and next month, I want to be more art-focused. I've kind of been a little, like, to be fair, I had been dealing with moving and whatnot. So there's that. And there was also this huge project of mine, Cafe Autumn. So there's that. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't really been drawn too much. I know I just recently came out with an artwork of Ryuko Mako. Yeah. But again, it's just like I want to put some more work. Specifically, I'm thinking of seeing how far I can go. Seeing if I can make it within the time. But I'm thinking of drawing some Halloween-esque designs from me and my friends. I'm thinking of doing that. I'd have to come up with like the ideas and references and whatnot, but I'm thinking of doing that. Don't necessarily know yet, but I'm thinking of, like, I just want to do more art, honestly, for this month and next month. Other than that, there is a major project in the works of mine I am currently working on for next year. And it is something that ultimately, I kind of been sort of on the fence about doing and putting off for a long while now, but now I'm at a point where it's just like, I really feel like I have to do this. If not for, if not for anyone, if for me, at least. But yeah, it's coming along. You guys will definitely know what it is. At the earliest January, the latest February. So yeah, keep an eye on for that. And yeah, it's a full journey. It's a full like stream of videos I'm turning into a journey. So be ready for that. Other than that, so yeah, games are a big thing with my channel. So even though I say it was art focused, I do have some things in mind for gaming. In particular, some party games, which will be more directed towards twitch.tv/cafeautumn, because that's where I put a lot of my party content. And for October in particular, I'm thinking Left 4 Dead 2 or Lethal Company. Both, maybe. Left 4 Dead 2, my friends have been like, hey, when are we going to be playing Left 4 Dead 2? I'm just like, alright, we'll play it this month. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm getting some stuff up together to get it ready. And possibly, I don't know, maybe this weekend we can get something together. I don't know. Things are still a little busy right now. But definitely near the end of October, I'm thinking of doing a Left 4 Dead 2 stream at least. Lethal Company, though. So, I don't really know how many people we can get together for that, honestly, in my friend group. Now, I will say this. I'm not saying... I will say this. If there is a chance of, like, a particular, like, collab opportunity... Because I've been looking, I've seen some people I know, or actually, some people I know, some content creators, are considering doing Lethal Company. And, you know, if they want to do it on their own time, right? If they want to do it on their own platform, and they want to do it with the people that they know, then I'm not really going to question it. But if I get asked, hey, we need to fill the slots, could you join for Lethal Company or whatnot, I might be inclined depending on my schedule. I've got something big I'm working on in regards to my life that it's currently taking up priority right now. So I don't know, it's something big is going down like this week right now. I can't really talk too much about it, but yeah, if things work out, I'll be a lot more busy. So I mean, that's good for me. For me, at least. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, like, here's the thing with me, right? I don't really like playing a lot of horror games, honestly, for two reasons in particular. One, like, I get, jump scare type media, horror media likes to go for a lot of jump scares. Personally, for me, like, it's just, I, I'm in the hospital every 8 weeks and whatnot. I don't want to risk a heart attack or anything like that. I'm not saying that I can, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to give the doctors any more reason to charge me for more than I'm already getting, you know? You can call me a bitch as much as you want, I don't care. I'd rather be a bitch than be dead. I'm just saying. And outside of that, the second reason is, I'm just gonna be real, a lot of horror games I have played aren't really, like, I generally think being scary. Not necessarily. Because it's very much like, because the thing with, like, jump scare type media is that the scare only happens in the moment. No, that's not what I think is scary. This is why I like psychological horror. This is why I like horror that, like, starts messing with, like, your mind and everything. I like stuff that is scary in the long term, not in the short term. So, I mean, in terms of horror, I could do a full, like, rerun, because I've already beaten the game. I could already do a full playthrough of Amori, if people are interested in that. Like, I could absolutely do that. That's perfectly fine. Other than that, I mean, there's some other games I consider playing, like Slay the Princess, considering it's getting new content. But, yeah. Not too many, like, horror games I'm, like, really interested in. Yeah, I'll leave that for people who make content on that and to make a living off of it and whatnot. But, yeah. Other than that, there's also the matter of revisiting. So, my revisiting series, which is basically just me going back to play old games I used to enjoy or whatnot, or games that I streamed once and then wanted to come back to. I've been having some issues with it, because I recently wanted to do a Sonic the Hedgehog stream, and I'm talking Sega Genesis, and things just did not work out. It was like, I've been trying to figure this shit out, and it's just not working. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I gotta figure out something else. And then there's also, I had this issue when I was doing with Persona 5, revisiting it. PS3 games. And I'm thinking, if things work out, if I actually can turn my situation around, possibly in the future, I could get an opportunity to figure out how to stream a PS3. If things work out, though. Because I have a slew of games. Like, going down the list, I have Bioshock, I have Borderlands, I have Devil May Cry, like the original. I have Dishonored, I have Dragon Ball Z, the Budokai Collection. I have God of War, like... I have Infamous. I've got a bunch of these games that I'm just like... They're just collecting dust. And just like, I would love to visit them. And I've tried other methods, but dude, it is a hassle. Like, it would be more simpler just to get a PS3 and figure out how to record it on a capture card. It's gotten to that point. And then there's also a matter of some new games that I wanted to check out. Like, for instance, I had been briefly considering getting a PS5, because I'm like, there are some games that I would like to play that only seem to be available on PlayStation. And I'm thinking, okay, if I get a PS5, right? How much is this going to cost me? And also, what games am I going to be able to look forward to? You know? Of course, the PS5 doesn't have any games. But, memes aside, I looked, and it's like, right now it's $500, which I'm thinking, no, I'm not, there's better be, like, a catalog of games I could just play right now on it. I'm looking. And, I mean, there's Hawkeye Star Rail, but I'm having fine enough time doing that on my PC. And I don't really intend to do gacha games for streaming anymore. So... And then there is... I did hear about Wuthering Waves be on PS5. I double-checked. It's not, so... That would be pointless. The only game I would consider getting a PS5 for and streaming is Forspoken. But I genuinely do not think it's worth paying $500 for a $70 game and nothing else. I don't think so. Like, hell, I got, like, a 3DS back in the day for just Pokemon, but even then, I still got a bunch of other titles and whatnot. So, I don't know. I'm thinking it's just, like, maybe I should just go back to the PS3. Because I have a bunch more games for that. And it was also during the golden age when, PS Play wasn't mandatory for online play and whatnot, even though I don't know, I think, like, all the servers are down, but whatever. Whatever. So, yeah, I'm thinking of sort of going backwards with this. Regarding Sonic the Hedgehog, I will have to look around, see what I can do. I know Steam has its own emulator. I would have to see if I can get the original Sonic the Hedgehog, but even then, it's just, like, I don't know, I think I kind of want to look into going back to OG, like the Genesis, to try and figure out what I need to do to get it to work. But other than that, I mean, there's some other stuff. I mean, like, I've been already talking about it, but Metaphor ReFantazio, like, that game I'm absolutely getting. I don't have an estimated date of when, because I'm not getting it launch day. I don't have that means right now. So, I am considering getting it. Sometime down the line. Maybe when it goes on sale. I doubt it. It's a newer title. But... yeah, I'm thinking about getting it. I'll have to see what the future holds. And then there's The Answer. Cheaper than Metaphor, but... with Persona 3 Reload, I did mention at least I was going to do The Answer. And that's still true. But I've been thinking, why don't I just save it for next year? You know? Like, because I spent this whole year not this whole year, but I spent a good chunk of this year actually, like, putting up this whole setup for Persona 3 Reload, which eventually went from having fun to being work. And I'm thinking, yeah, alright, I'll do it, but, I want to... I think it's better to just sort of do this next year, so that enough time has passed, and I have the ability and freedom and energy to actually pursue this. I know The Answer is shorter than, the original story, but still... I know it's gonna be a trek and a half. If what I did with Persona 3 Reload, it's like, yeah, I definitely feel like The Answer is gonna be a trek and a half. But it's definitely coming. Also, next year, I am going to be doing some... I'm going to be changing direction in terms of what I discuss for, like, anime and manga. I'm thinking next year, I actually take this time to talk about some movies. Because there are some movies I actually do want to talk about that I have not talked about. And I think my biggest concern was, like, copyright, but I've been dealing with that here and there, so I don't know. I feel like if I do things like I've been doing, I should be fine. But I'm thinking about some movies. There's, like, a particular director in a studio I actually do want to talk about and gush about. And, like, I really want to make a full video on that. Other than that, I mean, you had stuff like A Silent Voice, you have... I mean, I guess I could do some, like, anime series movies. I don't know if I want to. That's kind of that in and of itself is a little bit of a commitment. But I could do that, because there's there's some movies in particular I do want to talk about in regards to that, but still, I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I'm thinking like anime movies next year. Sort of expanding what like because here's the thing too. Um, I can't really speak for like anime movies tied to long-going series like Bleach or Naruto or Dragon Ball. Can't really speak for that, but original anime movies, like I said, Silent Voice, but original anime movies I feel are a lot more manageable because they're shorter. They're easier to digest. There's not really a whole lot of other media you have to consume outside of it. Yeah, I think there is genuinely like it would be a lot more easier and more efficient in a lot of ways for my workload to do that instead of because here's the thing, right? When I do a video on a series or like be it anime or manga or even like what I did with Owl House, I have to watch the entire series, like go back through it. Maybe there's some stuff I missed, maybe there's some things I changed about it, so on and so forth. I don't just do this from memory, I actually go back and watch it. So yeah, I don't have all the time in the world. I have to get this shit done so that I can move on to other stuff I want to do. And if it is consistently being a pain in the ass and not actually like getting done quick enough, then it's just like it's just to the point where it's just like it's just work, and it's just like I don't want to continue doing this. That's the thing. But I mean, with anime movies, like I can just watch them, like take a look back at them once, and then I'm good. Instead of being like a full day to day to day to day commitment. Unless it was a series I was already invested in, but again, I have to watch it again. But it's a day to day to day to day commitment that I just don't have the time to continuously do. So yeah, anime movies. Next year, I'm thinking of focusing on that. Maybe I'm not thinking entirely, but maybe definitely like slipping in a good anime movie, like maybe once in a while. I don't know. But yeah. Other than that, let me. I'm thinking, am I forgetting something? I don't really know too much, honestly. But overall, I mean, there are some things I'm still working on, like, I mean, there's the podcast. I haven't really done much episodes discussing anything. I'm planning to change that at the very least this week. Planning to talk about some stuff. Other than that, I can't really think too much about what else I can't really think too much about what else I'm planning for right now. For right now, at least. I think I covered everything. So to reiterate, October and November are going to be more art focused, so I intend to do more work around that. I got a major project going next year. Left 4 Dead 2 and Lethal Company are in the works on my Twitch. Metaphor Fantasio and The Answer are gonna be something to focus on for next year. Maybe. I'm thinking about getting a PS3 instead of getting a PS5. I'm looking into other games I can revisit with what I got on hand right now. And I'm thinking about talking about anime movies next year. So yeah, pretty much I think that might be it. Yeah. Regarding anything in recent, like aside from art, anything news. Like I said, I've been sort of like I want to do like a podcast session at least this week or something. So there's going to be that. Other than that, for games, I don't know. I might do a Hades 2 stream because I've been away from that. I might do Rabbit and Steel. I don't know. It's just there's some games I have to take a look at. I know Tekken 8 has come out with an update with a new character and everything. I've already made it clear that I'm not doing Tekken 8 content because Bandai Namco does not like mods. And I'm not talking about like mods necessarily on like in tournaments or events. No, I'm talking about like mods in casual fun. And I'm talking like cosmetic based mods too. Like I'm not. It's just whatever. Yeah. Second A's out. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I genuinely don't really know too much right now because here's the thing. Like things are kind of moving around in my life, and I have to pay attention to it. And I don't really have. I'm not really paying too much attention to what I want to do on here. And it's like it's one of those things where it's just like it's just one of those things right now where it's like I have generally an idea about what I want to do on here, but I'm focusing on stuff that I need to focus on right now. That's a major difference. Like this channel and what I'm doing on here is stuff I want to do, but stuff that's happening outside of my channel, stuff that's happening outside of my life is very much not outside of my life, outside of my channel, outside of my, I guess you can call it a persona, I guess. Even though it literally is just me. It's stuff that's happening outside of my channel and my platform. That's what I'm looking for. Is very much a case of like it's more important. And this is very much above all else, it's a luxury. So I've got priorities. I've got things I have to take care of. I got things I have to deal with. So, but definitely in the meantime, I will be working more on. I will be working more on art for the meantime. Speaking of, I am definitely considering, like trying, or not even considering. I'm definitely trying to turn like making art into an actual career. So yeah. If you want to support me on ko-fi.com/theartsocialshow and help me reach my goal, I'd really appreciate that. But other than that, I mean, if people don't want to do that or they don't mean to, I mean, it's just gonna continue being. It's just gonna continue waiting until one day. Just I get my break. I get my big break. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, like I'm step by step. I'm getting there. I am getting there. It's just not having monies or not having enough money essentially is a bitch. So, but I'm getting there. In the meantime, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, so again, like I said, support me on ko-fi.com/theartsocialshow. Feel free to check me out on Cara. Feel free to check me out on twitch.tv/cafeautumn. And check me out on my Artstation for my portfolio. Yeah, take care. And I'll see you next time. Peace.
Okay, busy, my head is spinning, feel dizzy, like ring around. Ain't feeling rosy, wanna see the homies, but I'm leaving home and never stick around. Always on the move, bags packed, grab snacks, fast track, lift off. But I crash fast, gas tanks, ran past that last drip drop. Like, woo, need a day to just catch my breath. Feeling drained, I wanna get some rest. Sleep too long on these few times, but each new dawn I miss my bed. Serious about commas, but a period's what I want. Really missing the comma, full freedom, missing all qualms, yeah. What? As it turns out, I'm getting